Hey guys, welcome to your crash course in finishing up this project. This video is going to go fast, so feel free to pause, rewind as you're working on things. I recommend that your entire group is watching this video, so please make sure you all get a chance to do that before you get started. First thing we're going to do is, of course, open up Movie Maker, go to Add Videos and Photos. All of your things should be in the shared drive, so let me know if something's not there. It's quite easy for me to go ahead and transfer it in. Just might take a little bit of time. So the sooner you tell me, the sooner you guys will get what you need. Once you find your folder with your pictures, couple problems here. So your original pictures are cataloged by the camera, like 100 underscore and a 4-digit number. If your graphic designers renamed it where it was their name and then they just named it 1, 2, 3, you have to figure out where in your series of maybe perhaps hundreds of pictures that fits in. So that may take a little time, and I can show you how to do that. First thing is to get everything in there. So I'm going to click the top one, scroll all the way down, hold Shift, click the bottom, and I should see all of my files are selected, hit open. It's going to load in. Yours may take a little longer. I did this before the video so it would go relatively fast. Let's say this is an image, so let me scroll down. There's one with my hand in it that we didn't actually want in here at all. Here it is. So to get rid of it, you can hit delete, not backspace, delete on your keyboard. Let's say there's an image we need to replace. I highly recommend, so let's say this one warm tone one here is one that we need to replace because the others are a little cooler around it. I'm going to right click and hit cut. It almost gives you a bookmark. So now what I'm going to do is go into Add Video Photos, go back into my folder, maybe of my edited photographs, and find out which one it was that was supposed to replace it. Once I've got that, I can delete the old one, and now I've got the much better one that my graphic designers fixed up. Now that we got all of our images in there, and we're going to want to check things a couple times, we don't want our pictures to go for 7 seconds long. So if you go to Video Tools, first thing you want to do is select your first image, scroll down, shift click so you get all of them with this kind of blue highlight around them. Let's change the time to a fraction of a second, and it's a fraction of a second. Instead of doing fractions, of course, we do decimals. So I'll do maybe 0.2 or 0.3 seconds. I'll hit enter. I can actually type that in. And all my pictures should now have a 0.2 duration. When I hit play, it's going to be a bit more of a fluid animation you can watch to see if anything's wrong. Let's say I need pictures to last a little longer. This part where the red horse is waving, I need him to wave longer because he's not just saying hey, he's saying hello, how are you? So I need a little more time. I'm going to click 1, shift click, get 4, control C to copy. I'm going to move my cursor here to where I want it to be, or just simply click on the picture I want it to go in front of. Control V as in violet to paste it in, and you will see those 4 pictures are now copied. Now if I hit play, he's going to wave for a longer time. So there's a way for you to help make things go a little longer in case your lines are longer than your photographs allow. So once your photographs are in pretty good shape here, I would recommend to put in a title. So under Home, you go to Title. You can type in this box here. So I'm going to type in the title of our video. So maybe it's Keep a Journal. That's what my characters are teaching 7th graders to do in order to help make 7th grade easier. I can bold this, I can change the color of my font, I can make it larger and smaller. You can resize this box a little more if you want it to, say, stretch out a little bit or not all be in the center. I recommend you move your text boxes a bit higher so people can read it when it's on a screen when they're watching it in their classes sometime next year when we're watching it. So people in the back of the room don't have to try and strain to see what's on the bottom of your screen. So once that's all set, you can also change your background color, which you can do under Video Tools as well. So we can go background color and make it maybe this kind of nice burgundy color. So now we kind of have a ketchup and mustard theme going on, but that goes well because my background is yellow and one of my characters is red. So this is going to go for about 7 seconds. If I go to Text Tools, I can change that to be a little shorter or longer if I need it. So if you have a long title, you might want to add a little time. Under Text Tools, you can also animate and change how this text is going to enter your screen. There's more options if you hit this drop-down arrow. You can also put some visual effects on some of your pictures, so you can perhaps experiment with changing colors, having things kind of blur out. Maybe you have some blurry pictures, so you're going to make it purposefully blurry. We'll never even know that one of your pictures was blurry on an accident. We'll just think all of them were like that. So there's some fun effects you can play with. I wouldn't do that too much, though. It's going to detract from your story and perhaps cause us to be a little disillusioned, but it may be a fun way to end your film. So I put a few repeated images in mine of this little guy at the end writing in his journal. So maybe I can repeat these. So shift click, copy paste, and to the last few, I can shift click all of these so it applies it all at once. I'm going to put this kind of dissolve effect where it kind of checkers and fades it out, and then I can go to home and I can put credits. Please add a credits, and I would like you to credit a couple of things here. Some of you found images from the internet to use as your background scene. Please put the credit of the web URL, if possible, maybe the name of the website as well. So you can say image credits right here, and copy and paste those URLs in. You can say director, who's your director in your group? Have them go first. Then you're going to put your maybe your voice actor. So you can go ahead and set up your credits here, and check that as well. You can make your text and your video a bit longer because the credits will go pretty fast. Don't be afraid to make it 15 seconds or more, but you have to also change the text so the text lasts that long too. So if I hit play, now it's not going to go as fast. What I'm now going to do is start plugging in the other components I got from my group. So Music Composer, we're going to go to Home, Add Music again, and we're going to find the song that they wrote and hit open. It's so long, it's going to play a lot. This is good for background music. Let's say you chose background music. I'll slide it over. I'll go to Music Tools, Music Volume, turn it down a lot. Listen to it with your headphones as much as you can so that you can decide whether or not it's too loud. If I just want this music for my title and my credits, what I'm going to do is slide it over, like so. I'm going to move my cursor to where that title ends, go to Music Options and Split, and I'm going to drag this music down. And I'm just going to continue moving it down until I get to my end. Obviously, mine's a little shorter. You guys may be dragging this down quite a bit because you have a lot of photographs, which is great, by the way. Your animation's going to look fantastic. Once I get this down at the end, I don't really have to do much else, but let's pretend in here we're going to add another title because we're going to say, and then, or then he went home, or whatever it is. So we're transitioning. So we can add some music in that transition title in the middle of here. And then I can move my cursor over, Music Option Tools, Split, and then I can just keep the music going. So that's something you can do with your song you compose. Certainly could use some of this as background music. Again, make sure it does not distract. And then I can have music playing with my credits as well. Now you're going to have to add in narration. Some people did narration through Audacity, so you have one MP3 file to load in here. Some of you did individual narrations, and they should all be under, again, add music, add music. So I have some narrations in my folder. I'm going to scroll down to those. I have about 3 files. We'll say I only have one, so I can demonstrate for both types of groups. So I'm going to hit narration 1, and I'm going to hit open. If this pops up, by the way, if you go to add music and you say add music at current point, you're going to have less issues of it perhaps plugging that file into some funny, crazy place. Be mindful of where your files go. Sometimes it does shift. Let's say this is where a line ends right here, and that actually begins at another picture. So I'm going to go to Video Music Tools, I'm going to split, and now I can move this piece to perhaps where that particular line is going to start. You'll see I have some dead space here in my file, so I'm going to split here again, and I'm actually going to delete that little piece. You see how it shifted? So you may have to move things as you go, just to warn you. So again, be mindful, watch. This is helpful if your whole group is kind of watching and helping. I also recommend that 2 people work on this so that if one of them goes horribly wrong, you sort of have a backup. Make them exactly the same, though. I know that sounds bizarre, but then if one person's absent, your group is not sitting there waiting for that person to not be absent anymore because the file may be in their documents. So that is basically what you're going to be doing, and I hope it comes out great. You guys, I'm very excited to see how you finish these. Please let me know if you have any questions or you need some help.